Oh, wrong way. Don't want to zoom in. What is up, guys? I literally just finished making this video and I'm so excited to share it with you guys, but I wanted to get here and just say hello, say thank you, and yeah, there's not much to say other than that, you know? I really want you guys to know that I'm able to make videos like this because of you. This video took entirely too long. It was over multiple months. It took my attention away from many other things, but it was what I wanted to do. I really, really wanted to make this video, and I am able to follow that passion because of you. Because you guys are here, and because you guys are insanely generous with your support, and you want to see, you too want to see videos like this, and you want to see this adventure continue. And yeah, so I think about that all the time, you know, regardless of where, like, how big the channel gets, regardless of partnering with some bike companies and stuff. You guys are the heart and soul of this channel, and in my eyes, you always will be. And I think I don't see that ever changing, really. So unless you guys choose otherwise, it's not really up to me. But yeah, I think that this video I ended up editing for maybe, like, I think it was over. I want to say that, and it's hard to say because in the middle of this project, my hard drive failed, and this was what I needed that for, and it really threw a kink in this whole project, and it threw me off big time. But when it comes to, like, how much filming went into this, you know, because it was over a long period of time, and then I had to dig way back. I was digging places I didn't know existed, and to find footage from, like, a long time ago, you know, multiple years ago. And so bringing all of that together, filming it, and then the voiceover and the music and all of the different clips, and then the editing, and, like, really fine tuning it. I maybe I get a little OCD about the editing, but I think it was definitely over 100 hours of work, at least that. So it's pretty expansive, but in my eyes, this is a legacy thing. It's like, this video is going to live online for eternity, and it's going to tell my story, and that's something, and I'm proud of it, and that makes me really happy. So even more happy that I have such a rad community to come and share it all with, because now it's time for the fun. Like, I put all the work in, the video is done, and now it's time to reap the rewards and get to share with you guys. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for being here.
Venturing into the unknown is scary. Trading our modern comforts for oftentimes very uncomfortable endeavors may seem like a step in the wrong direction to some. Yet, in 2016, I, along with 9 other friends, made the journey west to raft the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon for 21 days straight. No internet, no bathrooms, no showers or beds. A complete immersion into disconnectivity in nature that is quite hard to come by these days. This was a very pivotal year in my life, and not just for the obvious reasons either. See, for the last 3 years I had been roaming up and down the East Coast, but had always been a little hesitant to head out west as I was completely unfamiliar with the area and didn't really have any friends out there at the time. When I committed to the Grand Canyon trip, it was exactly the impetus I needed to finally pack everything I owned up and take the leap of faith to journey westward. Westward to places I had heard of yet knew nothing about. Westward where everyone was a stranger, yet also a potential new friend. Westward where every road bend, every trail, every town, every day held something new and exciting. Was I hesitant? Yeah. Was I a bit nervous and scared still? Of course. Was it possible I was gonna fail completely and come back east with my tail between my legs? Well, no. But mainly because I have no tail. When I left for the Grand Canyon, it was in my 2007 Mazda hatchback named Sheila. We weren't exactly riding in style, but I managed to pare down all of my belongings enough to squeeze everything in fairly neatly, all while leaving just enough room for one other passenger and a few of their belongings too. I just got my stuff in, and that leaves Brian with approximately that space.
Just enough, not a problem.
I've made this setup work for the past 2 years exploring out west and the 3 before that traveling up and down the East Coast, using Sheila as my traveling storage unit, my camping setup as a portable home, and local cafes as my workspace. I was able to live full-time on the road, but there were definitely more than a few things keeping me from reaching my full potential. Here, I got stuck last night getting in, so this morning I'm just gonna punch it and go. I did it. That was so much easier. I thought I was boned last night. I got stuck right there at the entrance. This time is different though. This time I have my van. And with it, I feel more prepared than ever to accept any call to adventure that comes my way. And right now, the mountains are calling, so I must go.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
The first time I ventured west, I was fortunate enough to have my trusty navigator, DJ, and best friend Chance along for the ride. This time, I'm blessed yet again with another friend to caravan with, Brian, who you guys all know from the YouTube channel BKXC. The very next week, Brian and I met up in Asheville for some breakfast to catch up, and I was quickly reminded how much I truly enjoy his company.
Was that I get to see and hang out with one of my favorite people, Brian. BKXC, all the way from the other coast, has driven his car right there, all the way across.
6,000 miles.
6,000 miles.
At long last, it was time to bid farewell to Asheville for the season. So Brian and I made plans to head out the very next morning.
Today's the day. I'm heading west.
But not before saying goodbye to the man, the myth, the hacking legend. Wait, where's Seth?
Alright, we finished breakfast and Seth is a no-show. So we're gonna go hunt this dude down and wake his ass up. Morning, sunshine.
Right. Morning. I'm usually not the person that does this shit.
Yeah, who is?
It's you.
Hey, guess who was at breakfast? This guy.
Saying goodbye has never been my strong suit, and it's even more difficult to say to family, which is exactly what Seth, Amy, and Little Drama have become to me. So I prefer to stick with, I love ya, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for everything, guys.
Alright, goodbyes have been said. Now it's time to get on the road, and I'm really excited. I'll check in with you guys. This is a big moment. I'm gonna turn on some music and take it all in. Hitting the road to go cross country, it's a special thing. I always get so stoked, but also a little anxious, I'm not gonna lie.
And we're off for the first ever cross-country road trip in the van. I am so stoked. There's something about the open road that just feels so right. Brian and I laid down the hammer on the first day with a pretty easygoing 13-hour drive taking us all the way to good old Higginsville, Missouri. We rolled in pretty late as we didn't exactly get the alpine start we had really intended on.
Brian found us a pretty sweet spot outside of Kansas City where we can not only both park and sleep safely, but also get showers, because I feel like super greasy after that long of a day on the road. And if I needed to, which I don't, I could also do laundry, so it's pretty sweet little deal. And there's a pool. Been hanging out, got some work done, really enjoyed the night. We actually just realized how freaking late it is. We've just been like shooting the shit in the van. It's actually super enjoyable. Look what Brian's got. He's got the trusty Paco pad ready. So I was just thinking, it is kind of a tight fit. Let's see how this works. Let's show everyone how it works when you're a guest in the van. Pillow, and the oh wait, no, that's just the thumbnail pillow. You don't need that.
No,
Actually, I don't know. Do you like it?
No.
Amy's not gonna let you in the house next time. All right, it is morning time. And we're waking up to a thunderstorm, which would be great if we didn't have anywhere to go, because just hang out, make coffee, watch a movie, just be super lazy, but ooh, it's lightning. But we got places to be.
The next morning it was right back to business, but not before we made a quick breakfast and coffee stop at, you guessed it, I am with Brian after all, the Golden Arches of McDonald's.
All right, day 2 is officially underway. Let the drive begin.
The second day was even easier, as we only had 10 hours to go before we found ourselves rolling into a Walmart right back where it all began, Colorado.
There's the dude. There's who I'm looking for.
I just parked there just cause we could park anywhere. Like wherever.
There's actually some really good parking in the back if you want to just follow me. I saw. Cool. Welcome to the first day in Colorado, guys. I feel like I'm home.
Brian had to head out the very next day, and although our time was short, it was so great to get to hang with him again. It's pretty crazy to think that just 2 years and some change ago, Brian and I met up right here in Salida and had the time of our lives riding together for the first time, thus beginning our great friendship and inspiring me to begin working on my channel consistently.
I am really loving being back here in Salida. For those of you guys that don't know, this is actually where I started the channel in the first place. I was working here. I was living here, working at Absolute Bikes as a bike mechanic. I had been traveling the country for, I don't know, about 8 months, and I found this place and I really loved it, and I kind of wanted to settle down and just focus on riding for the season. So I stayed. There's a lot of history here, and I think it'll forever hold a special place in my heart.
I love coming back here to visit. It always helps to put things into perspective and keep me grounded. It's really important to me that despite the success of my channel and the amount that has changed in my life over this past year, I remain vigilant and mindful to stay true to who I am and the life that I want to lead. The last thing that I want to do is to blindly let the quest for more views or more subs and more success slowly lead me in a direction only to look back later on down the road and wonder, where the hell am I? So here we go. Time to get back to my roots. While in Salida, I met back up with Nate, my mechanic, mentor, and friend from my days at Absolute Bikes, and he let me park my van out front of his place. Many of you will remember Nate from earlier this year when we raised money to help him with the 3 surgeries required for him to recover from a gruesome mountain bike accident. And, well, I've got some pretty damn heartwarming news for you all. We're 4 months out from his surgeries, and thanks to everyone that chipped in, Nate and I are able to go on a ride together.
Thanks so much for everybody that supported me in my injury. You know, like, couldn't have done it without the help of Alex and all the single track sampler supporters. It really, like, that GoFundMe made a huge difference.
The mountain bike community really blows my mind sometimes. I really couldn't have gotten back to Colorado at a better time. They had been receiving some rain over the last week, so the dirt was mint. And you better believe Nate and I took full advantage of that.
A great conversation. You would just, like, do some milk or nice and lippy. Yeah, I rallied.
During this time, I really refocused my attention on doing what makes me happy. I lived each day in the moment and never turned down an opportunity to adventure when presented. I found myself going out on soul rides without my chest cam in the evenings to balance out long days of work, and hell, we even attended some yoga classes to soothe up our sore muscles.
I am currently working on a massive project, but I'm making a concerted effort to be a little bit more balanced with my work, play life. So it's like 6 o'clock at night. We're gonna take off, get a little evening pedal and a little sunset pedal. It's pretty nice out. This is what it's all about. Been hanging with Nate, riding every day, even if it's just a little bit, out for an hour ride right now. Come on. Life is good, my friends. Anyone looking for a shuttle vehicle or a home on wheels? For your the low price of $6 grand, you could have this 10-wheeled behemoth.
6x6.
Holy. I'm going with sub 7 miles per gallon. What do you guys think?
This beast isn't an isolated sighting here in Salida either. If you wander the streets of the town, you'll find a plethora of travel rigs coming in many different shapes, styles, and sizes, and that number is about to grow by one. That's right. The week I arrived at Nate's was his final week in his apartment, which meant while I was working on videos in my van, Nate was working on building a van of his own.
Have you had it built in this van already?
Yeah, I mean, I lived out of a Previa for like...
Oh, you've already had a Previa before this one?
Dude, this is like my 4th Previa.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So you just love these vans, dude.
I'm a Previa kid. A few years ago, you could pick a good one up for $1,500, $2,000.
What'd you get yours for?
$2,200. It's like this little lever here. Yeah, you flip the seat so first, the seat's normally back to this. Flip it all the way
And this
up.
is what you have to do to change your oil.
Grab this lever, and then this comes down. That's where you fill your oil and your tranny fluid.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Right
so the
on that
engine's
end.
underneath this seat.
I want a status update though.
Yeah.
How's shit going?
Yeah, there's the second piece just standing up, and then the last piece is upside down.
Nate was telling me that he's decided to change the van build a little bit and make it a little bit more modular, a little bit more sectional, so that when he's on his own, he can empty it a little bit more easily and clean it out. I think that was a good idea. What's going on?
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Good size, huh?
They're huge.
Yeah.
What the?
Crazy, right?
Wow.
What's up, dude?
Although I'm super stoked for Nate and his new adventure mobile, I will say there are a few, mostly selfish reasons I'm gonna miss his place.
It's basically van life law that you never pass up the opportunity for 2 things when living on the road. 1, a hot shower, and 2, washing clothes. Occasionally you have an awesome friend like Nate that lets you come in and use his place, and yeah, I've got like an enormous load of laundry going in here, and I just got all cleaned up in the shower. I feel great.
That being said, now that Nate is hitting the road, I'm sure this won't be the last that we see of him. And I'm really stoked that I got to be here during the outfitting of his Previa, as it's the perfect proof of what I wish someone had been here to tell me when I first started dreaming of hitting the road. That it doesn't matter what sort of vehicle you have or how fancy of an outfit it is, you just gotta go for it. Venturing into the unknown is a scary thing to do, but in my experience, I find that if you can manage to get to the other side of that fear, to embrace the unknown instead of hiding from it, you'll be rewarded with the most amazing sense of adventure, excitement, and freedom that you've ever felt before. Every day is lived intentionally. Every moment is its own. I feel alive.
Wow, look at that. I hope you guys can see it. That is so pretty. That was really far.
Mustang.
Uh-huh.
Right there. They were like looking like they weren't sure if they were gonna go or not, and we had a whole crew of people camping up here. We're all like,
I heard it gets rowdy on the weekends up here.
Go for it! And the guy like, backs
Did he go
up
through
and
that?
Charges it and got so fucking stuck.
Yeah. You're originally from the New England area, but you're truly a Florida boy.
Dude, that's why I moved from there. It sucked. It was like basically 9 months of every year. I didn't want to leave the house.
We're down our best.
You had so many alarms go off that they're no longer making noise.
Now, sometimes you can turn your
why
volume
is
down on
it-
your phone.
Is this
Why
yet
is it
this
not-
is yet another reason? You know why I made it to breakfast?
He's probably still paired to my earbud.
I made it to breakfast because I have an Android.
I just bought this phone like not even a year ago, so I'm waiting for it to die so I can get an Android. Could have hung out with y'all at breakfast if it wasn't for iPhone.
We've just been like shooting the shit in the van. It's actually super enjoyable. But look what Brian's got. He's got the trusty Paco pad ready. So I was just thinking, it is kind of a tight fit. Let's see how this works. Let's show everyone how it works when you're a guest in the van.
Watch that footage back.
Were you did you have your dick out?
Walked in here.
Just showcase Brian's ass real quick.
Van life.
Is it?
Thumbnail. Okay, I'm gonna
You
go to
got
the hotel.
the Brian. What'd you do?
Pump 2's offline. Pump 3 offline. Pump 3's offline.
Did you sabotage it?
3's offline still.
Is there any way to get gas? Do you need gas?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, me neither. Thank God. Yo, that's never gonna stop. There's so many pumps out there. A lot of you guys know this, but when I first came to Colorado into Salida, I stayed at this campsite for 2 months, and I camped out in a place right down there. Shit, good thing I got the van. Because I wouldn't be able to do what I did last time. You were allowed to stay here for up to 14 days for free previously. No mas. I found this spot while looking around, and it's pretty private. I don't think anyone comes down here anymore. It's whoa! It's so treacherous to get down. Look at this. Every night I'd come back, and I always almost fall. This is where it all started. This was my home for a couple months. Yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. Just camping out in the tent. This is where everything began, way before the van. Ryan's working hard.
I'm in the zone.
Late in the night.
I think you might be playing some video games.
And I'm playing video games.